All right, welcome to my menagerie of plants. The lighting isn't the best, but it was better than what I tried to do before. Since winter is coming upon us, I am going through all the plants. I have to make a decision what I want where. A lot of these will not require a lot of water. It will be still warm in the house, but the watering is going to be cut down significantly. So I have a orchid cactus right here. It's been growing non-stop anywhere and everywhere. I feel the leaves, they're quite cold. I have an inch plant in a regular potter's thing. That's an annoying plant because it grows so fast. I have another one right here. I have these string lights that I got from Temu. And when you undo those kind of lights, if you don't do them carefully, you end up with a ball of wire. So I just left it there. I just wanted some sort of something somewhere. So I just went like that. Ta-da! All right, so yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be combining plants, figuring out how much I want of what I can propagate, and then go from there. I think the best idea is to put them in groups of, all the cactus, all the Hoyas, and all that kind of stuff. So I have 2 string of pearls right here, and then 2 more down there. Right now I'm going to give the succulents the sunlight while we have it. We're going to be getting in the 70s and 80s today, and tomorrow we're going to be getting thunderstorms. So I want to give the succulents as much sun as they possibly can. So this one I grew from a baby. I'm going to be selling it locally. This is my lemon jade pothos. They used AI to make the colors more bright than they should. Personally, when I contacted the company through Amazon, they said that's pretty close to what it'll be. Obviously, it's going to take several months for it to get to adult and to see if those are true. So careful what you get. My Hoya compacta, it's hanging in there. I changed it to the more, what do you call it? The mix with the charcoal and the perlite, the chunky mix. So that's going to be a window. I have this little octopus. When I was off work, they were moving my stuff around at my desk, and the manager managed to kill one of my plants. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. Anything that's of value or sentimental will not be coming to work. But she ended up feeling bad, so she gave me this little octopus with this succulent, which isn't looking too good because they're outdoor plants. So I can put this outdoors. It's just looking a little bit weird. So this one, but at some point they're going to have to come in, and then what goes from there. And I had some water. Water's over there. So yeah, the succulents and stuff that I'm not going to be paying attention to, I think I'll put them, I'll put them in the back row here. And then my lights, I get them from Amazon. They come in 2 panels each. They give you the stickiness to put on a flat surface, or they'll give you some wire. I use the wire. You can use wire and you can extend it down as much as you want. There's one on each level, not the very tops. But they have been really good for me. My begonia has loved it underneath the lights, and then I moved it somewhere else and it started dying. So yeah, don't fix what's not broken. But it was growing and touching the lights. The lights are not hot whatsoever. They're just lukewarm, which is good. So I just thought I would go through here and look what I've got, what needs light, what doesn't. I can either lower this light, or I can take something on here and raise it up, which I think that's what I'm going to do. But you need to have something that's, it goes all the way across, which I have. Stand by. I have something. If I haven't used it yet, here it is. So I'm going to use this bucket upside down to get them the height more. I'm growing some catnip as well. It's been doing really well outside. And then you have neighbor cats, and that's the rest of the story. I do use these sticky things. Unfortunately, they stick to anything and everything. They do not stick inside the dirt very well with this stupid pointy system that they have. So that's annoying as well. Let me go behind you and put these on the chest freezer. I did order 2 more plants. I know I said I wouldn't, but again, it's the perfect time of year for me to order them because it's in the 70s and 70s and 80s, and that's perfect time. I did take the burrow tail. It was in a small growers thing, and I put it in here with its babies that fell off. It's been growing quite well. This is another needs to have light. It's like there's no room. It's another reason I want to do this is to get room, and I'm not sitting there and shuffling things around. I do have a big heavy pot. It does have this white wizard I got from Amazon. It's doing well. If it were to start going downhill, my Gloriosum is going downhill. I pulled it out, put it in water, and we'll start from there again. And then this has some string of pearls in it. Only because these are the ones from Walmart, and I wanted dirt and just put it in. So these are the ones that I'm going to be doing something different with. There's no sense of having a heavy pot with such that light stuff on there. This is my Monstera Peru that I just got. I changed it to the chunky mix. It did have a long tail to it. I went ahead and cut that off to propagate it. It's got lots of roots. Again, this comes from Green Escape. I do have a video out there, and it shows you how well they wrap it. They do come from Florida. They do include their bug-free certified thing that they have to go through the agriculture system. So there's 2 pages of, they're doing it legally and license numbers and all that kind of stuff. And that was just really a bonus point for me. Some people who sell plants don't care, and they'll just throw it in there. And by the time you get it, there's dirt everywhere, and it's really stupid, and that's not necessary. So I'm going to go ahead, and normally I'd wash this, but I'm going to go ahead and use the, you know what it's called? Words fail me. The vacuum thing. Wet dry back, that's the name of it. Words have been difficult lately. So then I'm doing this just to get certain ones their light that I know that they need, like this wizard. And then I have the Hoyas can be off balance quite a bit, but I'm going to put that towards the sun. Stay, This is just going to be temporary. I have a Birkin. This is part of the 4 set, not the Hoya, but the Wizard, this, and the Pink Princess, and the Gloriosum were all part of a Amazon pack. And where's my other one? Pink Princess. Oh, Pink Princess, right here. Which is this one. And this down here. So I had one of these before, but spider mites ruled. And that's another reason why I want to put Hoyas together, because Hoyas are also susceptible to it. That Compacta, you have to get I use rubbing alcohol, and then I use some neem oil inside of here, not combined with the two, but just neem oil in this one and alcohol in another. And I'll spray it down, and then with the Compacta, I'll take a Q-tip and go inside each of those leaves. If you pull them apart too much, they'll crack and bend, and that's the end of that. So, let me see. Let me put this here. Kind of arrange it to where I can put 6 up there. Who else should go up there? The Gloriosum would go up there if I had it, but it's going to go back into the water, and I want to get this here. Come here. This is another Philodendrons Mikan. It's doing really well. If you catch it early, when it starts to trail and you stuff them back in there, it will be bushy like this. But they're very good trailers. Between Philodendrons and Monsteras, those are my top two. And between those two, it's hard because I'd like to have Monsteras, but you know, obviously they get huge, huge freaking leaves. So you have to ask yourself, do you have that kind of room? Are they going to sell like you want them to? Are people going to even want them themselves because they're so big? So, kind of have to figure out who, what, when, where, why. So when this philodendron gets a little bit bigger, it's going to go inside of another pot that I have hanging here that's next to the window. Let's see. The barrel cactus that I have, it bloomed like 4 times. That was brilliant. It bloomed 4 times, and out of the 4 times, it gave me 1 pup. Usually after the flower drops off, then it fertilizes the whatever, and it gives you pups, and that's just one of them. So I don't know if it's taken root yet, but you just keep that very dry. And I just spilt my burro's tail. Remind me again not to get any burro's tail. I tell ya, just every piece just drops off. They can be propagated if they propagate, but. And this was doing really good in the window. Let me get a tray for it. So interesting, yesterday I was working in the garden, and some of my tomato plants, the miniature tomato plants, had lots of tomatoes growing on them. And then the next morning they were gone because deer ate them. And so I was like pissed off, and I put some cheesecloth around it, some wire around it. I put my wheelbarrow next to it. I mean, it looks like a freaking mess just trying to protect those tomato plants. This morning, my sunflower stalk with my 15-inch head, I had cut that off. It's in the garage drying, but the stem alone is like 10 foot high, and I cannot saw it down because I use it for sticks. Well, it looks like a beaver got to it. Then it just spread all over the place, and you can guarantee it was a buck rubbing his antlers because they're shedding. And I'm like, oh, well, this is fun. So yeah, saw that this morning, just tattered all over the place. I'm like, great. All right, made a mess over here. So for my chunky mix, I make it myself. There's no point in getting a big bag that's very expensive. It might be the same cost. But you get yourself some charcoal. If you know anybody who has a wood stove, ask them to use their charcoal. Get it in big pieces, cut it up. Then go get yourself some reptile bark. You can also get perlite, whatever size you want. I get the big chunky size. And then you get whatever soil you want. And usually it's less soil and more of the other stuff for monsteras and philodendrons. Here's one of my resin pieces that I made. This resides over here to hold some plants, but since I spilled some stuff. This is another orchid cactus, a baby. They start off fuzzy and spiky, and then their leaves flatten. You'll probably see these in videos where they have them on posts and then they drape down over in wherever, Thailand or where the heck they're at. So let me do some vacuuming here. And it's funny because in my life, a lot of things drop and everything's on the floor. And so it's like, why bother picking it up if it's just going to go back down there? Life is hard. All right, my floor is clustered with all the things I've been using. So let's see here. I just don't have a particular method of what I'm doing. This is a string of, well, that was a string of hearts, but can't keep those alive no matter what I try. I do have a string of turtles. There's like 2 turtles, tiny, tiny little turtles that are coming out of the soil over in my kitchen in my AeroGarden. I'm like, woohoo! So these are just, you know, floppy things. These are going to die, so that's no good. This one seems like it's coming out of the soil. So let me see if I can't put it in a little bit deeper. I like trailing plants, but there is a limit, especially these. I had one dangling all the way down. It got caught on everything, and I'm like, this is just too much. So I'm going to put that in this one right now, so it can get the sunshine. Here's a dead spider plant. And then I take the old soil and put it inside of here. These have like a set of 6 bowls from Amazon, and they come with plastic grids on the bottom to prevent the soil from leaving. If you're ever interested in those are pretty cool. Got myself a set of turkeys here. I thought it was cute, so I just bought it. Of course I did. So I'll be making some more chunky mix later on. I think I have some more charcoal in my wood stove from a couple years ago. I don't burn wood anymore because my back can't deal with carrying the wood. So I just use the natural gas that we have. Let's see, this is aloe vera. I have an aloe vera plant in the living room. It's doing well. This isn't one of my favorites, but one of those where it's like you can't throw it away kind of thing, or I can give it away, but even people, whenever you give them things, they have a tendency not to show up. Pretty sad. So, alright, so this is another orchid cactus that I have, starter. Easy to start. I've tried to do it when I cut the leaves as they ask you to. No such luck. I just twist them off like your holiday cactus and then let them dry and voila. So that can go there. I want to see how I want to see. Let's see here. Let's use this. I want to see if this cactus has taken root yet. I don't water it, and it's like, would you please take root? I like the dirt on your little fuzzy butt. No, it's not taking root. Huh. Okay, interesting. It's been dry. So I'm just gonna kick it in there. We'll put that like that. I can transplant this one and that one into here. And then put the cactus into that. That's an idea. So it's not like I really have an idea of what I'm doing. I'm just moving things around and seeing how it's going. This is a cactus I grew from seed. Only one is coming out. I don't see anything else. Let's see if you guys could see this. Up there by the neck, right here on this side. If you could see it, because I can't see what you're seeing, just one little cactus. So they say water it and keep it covered and moist and all this stuff until it establishes. So that is what I'm doing. Let's see, what else do we have here? So this is a mother-in-law's tongue snake plant situation going on. I propagate just to see if I can do it, and those are the hardest to do because they don't always take, and it's, you think it's something you're doing and it's not. This is a pearls and jade. I got a couple of those. I have a big philodendron going on around here out of this pot, which you're not going to see. I'll do a shelf tour is what I'll do when I'm done. I'm sure this is kind of boring right now, but it is what it is. This Hoya has been attacked by mealybugs, and I've been trying to train it to go to get some light. And I don't know if it's going to work, but kind of string it across there. There's another joy. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, it's like every time I play with this stuff, it's like, I don't like what I'm doing, and I'm just never satisfied of what I'm doing. Ugh. This is a, what's it called? Charlie. It was doing really good under the light. I put it up on top, and as you can tell, it's like, yeah. So that's not a big deal if I lose it. I may even get frustrated and throw it away. So, all right, so now let me put you there. You're empty, all the empties go over here. And then let's do the Peru. This is probably one I'm gonna bring to work, but everybody and their brother's like, oh, I want a cutting, I want a cutting. It's like, well, so you kind of gotta be careful of what you do. So, yeah, this Charlie is not doing too good. I have no problems with killing it if I have to. So we have 1, 2, then take that there. Then the third one, I have a frog over here, which is another orchid one. So that's a third, and I can put them in there. Right now I'm trying to get them in the windows to see if they'll pop back up. And that one was in some sort of a moss mixture, and it wasn't doing too good. So I put it in the succulent stuff. I have a Hoya, what's this called? What did I call it? Carnosa? Hoya something or other. Hoya, yep, Carnosa. And this is the green and white, and I think it turns a little bit of pink. There's one that's called like a pink princess, and it's reversed. So Hoyas are very susceptible to mealybugs. And if you get a little bit of it, then fine. And the other growers will say they have thrips and scale. I'm like, thrips and scale, that's no such thing here. So it's pretty weird of what you get, where you get it. All right, this is another one I wouldn't mind just getting rid of because it just grows like mad. It's the purple, whatever it is. It's a vining plant. It will go crazy. I have a jade bonsai I got from a family member. It's not doing too good anymore. So I have a Hoya Terry, which is the heart-shaped leaves. That's a very slow grower. Just picked up a spotted whatever, twilight something or other. And then my Constellation Monstera is doing very good. So I'm going to end the video here. Like I said, I do have 2 more plants coming in, and those will be a surprise. So until then, watch for the full plant video.